the sun. Sugar Ray. Roy. This bout, how will these two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Good counter punching. A perfect counter lands. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. From this moment, there's the bell for round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations you've just...
Whoa, Johnny! Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Now, hold it right there. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them. Whoa, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And down goes Jones Jr. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge. The bell rings, and we start the third. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
a receipt is coming right back. No rest for the weary. That counter shot lands. The jab doesn't quite connect. Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter punch. And that hook misses. Nice counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He just misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Can't land that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. Talk about Robinson in that last round. That bell could not have... Here we go to the fourth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. That time counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do.
Sugar Ray is down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Let's see. And there's the bell for round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
There's a counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter punch. Misses with the jab. Perfect counter shot. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Robinson in that one. On to the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. And that is that. It is a knockout. What a win! You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need...
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory